Hi, I'm Molly Michelson, and this is my LearningRx story.
Molly repeated first grade. We decided to hold her back after she showed signs of having trouble blending sounds, reading, and even comprehending what was being read. We had her tested for dyslexia at a local university, only to be told that she does show some traits of dyslexia, but she wasn't old enough to warrant a full diagnosis. Because of that, we continued on until January of Molly's fourth grade year. That year, Molly hit a wall academically, and it was then that we realized her dyslexic tendencies needed attention immediately. She was attending a private school that all three of our children attended and that we loved dearly. After many meetings with her wonderful teachers and eventually the headmaster of the school, we were devastated to find out that the private school would not be able to help our Molly with her obstacles in learning. Not knowing what to do or where to turn, we decided to research strategies for children with dyslexia. We looked into private tutoring, into group tutoring, and then we came across the LearningRx program. Reading more about the LearningRx program seemed to pull us toward trying the retraining the brain with Molly. We set her up to have her initial testing. Not long after, we met with Donisa Walker to go over Molly's test results. Tired, wearily, and unsure if we were making the best decision, we signed her up for the Read and Think programs. At this point, we weren't really sure if we would see results, but as parents who loved our daughter dearly, we were willing to try anything at that point. Molly was placed with her first trainer, Sarah. Sarah began working the first of many miracles with Molly. She was able to bring out a side of Molly in training that we never knew existed. You see, Molly had always been an insecure child. She was a quiet child who cried easily. Our Molly was moody and wouldn't go to bed on her own. So much to our surprise, within the first month of working with Sarah, Molly began to giggle a little more, smile a little more, and start making decisions on her own. That eventually led into her going to bed on her own. By the end of the first month in the LearningRx program, we began to see behavioral changes in our Molly that we never expected. We didn't realize that these traits that Molly showed were textbook traits shown by children with learning exceptions. These positive changes in our little girl were very unexpected, but embraced by us, and made us into more believers than skeptics on if we had done the right thing for our baby girl. I'm not exactly sure at what point Sarah moved back to her home state, but in that first half of Molly's training, we had to switch trainers. As much as Molly missed Sarah, she knew that she and Sarah would always share a bond that would last a lifetime. We were afraid the change midstream would affect Molly's drive in the LearningRx program, but it didn't. Molly seemed to pick up with Miss Rebecca where she and Sarah had left off. Molly bravely moved on to train with Rebecca, much to our delight. They worked long hours, tackled many topics, and it was very hard for Molly. But slowly her reading and comprehension skills became stronger and stronger. The games they played, the fun they had, all played a part in retraining Molly's brain without her even realizing it. LearningRx became Molly's second home. Every person there became a part of Molly's success. Many of them, including Miss Rebecca, showed up at different things Molly had going on with school just to support her. Through this support system and the confidence in her reading skill and capabilities, Molly passed the standardized entrance test to enter the 5th grade at her local elementary school, and to go on to try out for the 5th grade cheer squad at her new school. Molly's newfound confidence also brought out more of a bubbly personality and willingness to try things at home and at school that she would have never tried before. Molly participated in the science fair with a topic that was influenced by her varied journey at LearningRx and the science behind it. She titled the project Shaping Your Thoughts. Molly placed 3rd in her division. She made the honor roll for the first time ever her 5th grade year, and even wrote a DARE essay for her DARE graduation that won for her class. As her elementary years have closed this last May, Molly has turned her academics and confidence around within the 1 year with her journey at LearningRx. As a matter of fact, Molly tried out and has made the middle school dance line for the first year of her middle school this upcoming year. This last year has been a complete turnaround from where Molly had been when we showed up at LearningRx a year earlier, just hoping for some sort of help and direction. LearningRx has been more than we'd ever hoped for. Molly benefited from it on many different levels, from newly found confidence to a solid base academically to achieve more success in the future. We all created friendships with everyone at the center that will last a lifetime, and a lifetime will not be long enough to thank all who've made the decision that we were unsure of in the beginning into a reality that we could have never foreseen for our daughter. Retraining the brain of our Molly was exactly what she needed for her to succeed.